Hi Aparna, good afternoon.
Hi Deepak, very good afternoon.
Aparna will wait for a few more minutes. Still
Sure,
people are
sure,
joining. Yeah, thank you,
sure.
Aparna. Guys, we'll start the session in another 5 minutes. Okay, still people are joining. We'll wait for them and we'll start the session.
Hello, Navani, am I audible? Hello, can I get a quick information? Yes, you can leave the message in the chat box. You can't unmute yourself. Please don't switch on your videos. You have to communicate only in the chat box. So myself, Aparna, I welcome you all to the session. Let's start with our session. Can you hear me? Am I clearly audible? Hello, fine. So I think you're aware of today's topic and what we are going to discuss. And moreover, this is a webinar session. It's a discussion session. Okay. A very good afternoon. This is a discussion session. So this is not a teaching session, training session. Okay. So whatever you have learned already, whatever you have understood, that we are going to discuss today. So as such, you understand that today's topic is programming fundamentals using Java. So can you just tell me something about Java? I know people are very familiar with this language. So you must have learned it earlier and you must have learned it now. So can you just put a few points? And by the way, what did you go through for today's session? What did you go through? I think quite decent strength. Yes, programming fundamentals using Java only. So what all you have gone through for this discussion? That's fine. Basics are Java till where? Till array. So this session would be the programming fundamentals using Java. And next session we'll be concentrating on those. So we just scored a point like Java is a root language, that's it. But it's not completely root language, it's a partially root language. Do you accept that? No, no, I'm not talking about the Oracle. Right. So did you go through algorithm first? Can you define algorithm? You have to leave your message in the chat box. Define algorithm. Define data structure, ADT, and difference between primitive types and ADT. Please check your volume. If at all you have any problem with my voice, please log out and log in again. I hope I'm audible to everybody. Algorithm is okay to solve the problem. Okay. Hmm. Difference between primitive type and algorithm. Sorry, primitive type and ADT. Define data structure. Okay, step by step procedure to solve the problem. If it's amount of time, that's fine. Now define data structure. Can you write an algorithm to find the difference of two numbers? Hmm. Way of organizing the data. Okay. Can you use the steps to find the difference of two numbers? Okay, related data but permissible operations, right? Not simply A minus B. You do one thing. Put everything as a whole and then send it. I need the proper way. I need the proper way to write the algorithm. Step one should be start, I believe, right? Start. Next. Mm. Can we have expressions in the algorithm? Can we have expressions in the algorithm? Means computations. Can we do that? Okay. But still, I think you're not clear with the algorithm. Writing the algorithm. Hmm? You can't see that, Bhavna. You can't see that. So you need permissions for that. I'll copy it. No, don't worry. I'll copy it. Yeah. So here, if you construct this, I'll copy it here. No worries. If it's really very worthy, I'll copy it. See, input AB. What is it? I said steps. Steps. This is the way to write. And this is step one. This is one. Step one. First, it should be start, right? There is a way to write. And this is step two. Input AB values. Step three. Evaluate. Spelling. And even when you are learning any language, syntax and semantics are very, very important. Evaluate difference in storytelling. See, storytelling. See, that's it. Evaluate is not need not be the word. And next we have step four, and this is the proper way to write it. And finally, should not contain any sort of the characters. Step four, and this is step five, which is stop. Right? Performing the operation of define. Right. Now, give the table quickly because see, we need to discuss the basic fundamentals using Java. So we need some time for that. So let's finish off discussing the algorithm part quickly and then we'll proceed. Now, what is ADT? Define ADT. Define ADT. Define, I said. I didn't ask you to expand it. I've asked you to define. And give the difference between abstract data type and primitive type. So this shows that you have to understand the question and you have to answer, right? This first the type of the data. Okay. What is the difference between primitive type and abstract data type? Abstract data type is not data structure. Sakshi Singh. Which is implemented using class. Niharika. What is the difference between ADT and primitive time? Which are built-in types? And list different ADTs. List ADT. Primitives are built-in type, correct? List ADT. Primitives are predefined, right? List ADT, different ADTs. Hmm. Hmm. Stacks, queues, next. Next, list, trees. Hmm. Okay, the first one we start with is that array. Now, quickly, can you explain each and every concept? Can you explain, define an array, define stack, give the difference between stack and an array, the basic operations. Seven primitive types of what? Seven primitive types in what? Okay, array memory is fixed. How about stack? What are the basic operations that are performed on stack? Define stack, give the difference between stack and queue. Okay, push pop. Okay. What is the difference between top and peak? Okay, FIFO method, right? FIFO or philo? Stack. First in last term. So it's philo, it's not FIFO. It's not FIFO method or philo method. What is the difference between top and peak? Okay, inserting and deleting the elements, and we can perform. Okay, we can display also, right? We can delete the item. Right. Mm. Q FIFO, right? Primitive types are in CAD work, fine. My question is, what is the difference between top and peak? Top and why top is set to -1. Top is initialized to -1. Okay, when stack is empty, it is initialized to so -1. As such, it represents an array. So when you add an element, the address would change to 0. So do you mean that way? The index would change to 0. Do you mean that way? Peak means the highest element in the stack. Fine. Good. Explains the different operations on queues. Okay, FIFO method is observed. Fine. Okay, insertion. And we have two types of queues, NQ and DQ. Right. Now, here still it's not done. List, define linked list. Define linked list and types of linked list. Okay, this is an ordered collection, right? Okay, we have single linked list, singly, double, circular. Hmm. Okay, contains data field and link field. Okay, contain data. Fine. Hmm. Okay. So data and address, is it considered to be a node? Is it considered to be a node? It's a chain link structure. Linear data structure. Yes, that's important. Right. Observes linear data structure. Right. Now, you can just, okay, fine. Let me discuss trees also. Then we can go with that. Now, define trees. Non-linear. Okay, spelling. Non-linear data structure. Graphical representation is defined. Hmm. This is the tree traversal techniques. Hierarchical manner, correct. Very good. Collection of nodes, pre-order, in order, and post-order. Right. Now, I just give you a hierarchical model. Provide the pre, in, and post orders. Provide the in order, post order, and pre order. That's fine. Now give me the order here. In order, which is the root. So 11 is the root. Yes. 11 is the root. Just give me. Please check your answers if it is right or wrong. So this is the in order. What is this? This is the pre-order. Post order. Where is the post order? And this is the post order. Is it right? Right. Good. So you're able to analyze it. Now, I just wanted to have something from you. Can you give me, and one more thing, searching and sorting are also, check your answers. Searching and sorting. So they also come under the category, right? So list different types of searching. List different types of searching techniques. Linear, binary. Which search is more efficient? Which searching technique is more efficient? Why binary searching technique is more efficient? So because of the complexities, do you think that linear search is inefficient? Yes, time complexity. So basing upon the complexities of space and time, so we analyze. Okay, fine. Now define sorting and list different types of sorting techniques. So we have selection, bubble, insertion, mm, deep sort, merge sort, quick sort, right. And which sorting technique is more efficient? Yes, arranging the elements in descending and descending order. Find which sorting technique is more efficient. Quick sort. Give the time complexity of the quick sort. What kind of strategy does merge sort follow? Observe, sorry. Observe. Divide and conquer. Good, good, very good. Very good response. Now, for another few minutes, just few minutes, can you write the algorithm for linear search? That's okay, fine. That's okay. Yes, linear search algorithm. When I said algorithm, algorithm should be properly written. That's what I said. You put it in the chat box and you just click on send. Write it as a whole and send. Okay, please check your answer. Hmm. So where are you reading the array here? Okay. Okay, Jyoti. Fine. Theta is equal to 1. Correct. But where are you reading the array? Everything is fine, but where are you reading it? Third step. Okay. Fine. Okay, so I hope you're all clear with your concepts. So is it clear? One more thing. What is DFS and what are DFS and DFS? DFS and BFS. Breadth first search and depth first search. Okay. So why do we need them? What is the importance of DFS and BFS? Used for finding the shortest path. Right. Yes, both are graphical representations, right? To find the shortest path. Sorry. Right? So now let's move on to your fundamentals of Java. I hope you're clear with the concepts. Let's move on to the fundamentals of Java. Okay. Hmm. So one uses stack, one uses queue. DFS uses queue, DFS uses stack, right? Java, the most prominent word, right? So now before we enter into the Java part, just give me the difference between procedure-oriented programming. Before the index of Java, many languages were invented. But Java is more prominent because of its features, right? Java is more prominent because of its features. So, okay. Before we start off with actual discussion on Java, so just give me the difference between procedure oriented approach and object oriented approach. Here's the difference between procedure oriented approach and object oriented approach. If I am audible to everybody and if I am not audible to you, please log out and log in. Okay? Okay. So which is top down? This is top down. And this would be bottom up. Okay? Hmm. In procedure oriented programming, emphasis is on what? Correct. Emphasis is on increase your volume. Akash, increase your volume. Functions. So in object oriented programming, it's very clear like objects. Objects. Okay. Why object oriented programming is more prominent than procedure oriented programming? Okay, easy to understand. Okay, more secure. So what happens in the procedure oriented programming? Data is global. There is no security for the data, right? And procedure-oriented programming cannot solve the complex problems, right? Okay, objects are adding new data without disturbing the function is easy. Am I right? Sirisha, object-oriented programming is more secure. Without disturbing the function, we can add the data. Is it right or wrong? Text complex, fine, okay. Hmm. In object-oriented programming, emphasis is on what? Code reusability, fine. These are all the basics. Emphasis is on, yes, real world, correct. Overloading, okay, fine. That and all we'll discuss. Emphasis is on platform independent Java. We don't talk about object-oriented programming, right? Machine independent in Java. Emphasis is on data. The entire concept moves around objects, but in object-oriented programming, emphasis is on data, basically data. And data is not free to move from one function to another function or from one object to another object, and it is totally secured. Clear? Is it clear? Now, so one of the languages we are going to learn, discuss under object-oriented programming is Java. Java. Okay. Java was invented by a simple question. Access specifier, yes, 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 yes. James Gosling and his team. Hmm. Okay, it's Sun Microsystems in the year 1995. That's fine. Can you expand Java? Can you give the full form of Java? It's James Gosling. Check your spelling. No, I'll give you the full form. Shall I give you the full form? Hmm? Andy Blanch. Correct this. Okay. So it was named after the inventors. There is no like full form like for Java, but it was named after the inventors. James Gosling, Adavano, Andy Blanchman. Okay, put together Java. The first character of each integral person. It does not have any full. It was named after the inventors. Next one. Initially, Java was named as. I've given you. No, I've given you. It was named after the inventors. It was named after the inventors. Great. Okay, fine. Now, list the features. So we need to discuss a lot about the features only. List the features of Java. First one, first feature. Go with the order. Okay. Object-oriented programming language. Next one, secure, robust, simple, compiled and interpreted, you say. Compiled and interpreted. Java programs are compiled and interpreted. Multi-threading, portable, multi-threaded, okay. Platform, independent, right? Next, okay, dynamic. We'll discuss each and every point. Okay, high performance. So applets, Exceptions or exceptions were introduced in C++. Exceptions to servlets, data responses, JSP, graphics, protocol deciding, networking. So there are been distributed, yes. Right. What is this? Webinar program in Java. I'm not sure. I'm not sure, Ramesh. I'm not sure. Web development only applets are given because I don't share the link. Multi-thread, okay, fine. Now, so object-oriented programming, object-oriented, okay, platform independent. What do you mean by platform independent? Hmm. Right ones run anywhere, right? Hora. Hmm. Can be executed. Don't say run. That's not the correct word. It's not run. It's executed. No problem. No problem. Right ones run anywhere. Okay. So platform here it means that it's machine operating system. Right. So it can be any sort of operating system. So we say that programs are compiled and interpreted. What do you mean by that? So programs are compiled and interpreted means what is the difference between compiling and interpreting? What is the difference between okay, so line binary execution? So whenever C, how do you save your Java program? With extension dot Java, and when you C programs dot C. So when you compile your C program, so we have four types of files. One is .c, object file is created. So this object file should be executed, and we have the backup files. So when you compile your Java program, what file is created? What type of file is created? What does this class file contain? Bytecode. And how do you get the output? How this bytecode is interpreted? Which acts as an interpreter? Very good. Very good. Good. JVM stands for Java Virtual Machine. JVM stands for Java Virtual Machine. Right. Hmm. So, can you list different Java programs? Which convert the bytecode to native code, correct? Can you list different Java programs? Any idea? Any guess on this? So we have standalone. What is the main purpose of inventing Java? To convert any API into a web-based program. Okay, what is this? Calculator program in Java. Devisai Prasanna Kumari. Standalone and applets. So applets are the first programs to be invented to convert any API to web-based program. What is the main purpose of inventing Java? To convert any API program into a web-based program. So before the invention of Java, only internet was in boom. HTML was also in, invented. APIs. Standalone means APIs. Application programs. What we are doing right now. Application programs. Right? Application programs. Is it clear? All of you, do you have any doubts still here? Shall we proceed? Now, my question is, when you start learning any language, any sort of native language might be, what are the basic things you require? With what you start learning? uh, We start with what? Alphabets, right? So let's go with the programming fundamentals. So just wanted to tell you one thing here. Fundamentals are very, just 1 second, hold on. Fundamentals are very important. And remember that every language has got its own structure. Just like English has 26 alphabets. So Telugu, Tamil, Kannada, so they have their own set of alphabets. So in the same, first we start learning with alphabets. From alphabets, words, sentences, paragraph. So this is with any native language. Suppose English. Okay. And now when we go back, C, or Java, we start learning character set. So from this character set, variables, constants, hmm. So identifiers, we call them identifiers, keywords, escape sequences, hmm. operators, punctuators, so etc. So with this, instructions are formed. Okay. The set of instructions is nothing but program. Set of yes, data types also. Set of instructions is nothing but program. Now, I just wanted you to analyze each and everything now, and later I'm going to give you some programs, and then you have to do it. And how many of you, you're all working on what? Are you working with Eclipse? So this is Eclipse. Or at the DOS prompt. Hmm? Are you working with Eclipse? Eclipse only. So let's write the programs in Eclipse only. Okay. Now, define Eclipse Jupyter. Okay. So this is mass version. That's fine. Because if at all you want to go to the next level web development, then we need to this supports. There are many versions, but fine. Okay. Now define character set. Quick. Define character set. Set of characters means what? Set of characters means what? That should not be your answer. That's the reason basics are very important. So character set includes alphabets, digits, and special characters. So if you're studying an ABC, so you should understand that lowercase, uppercase, digits 0 to 9, and special characters, all the special characters, so all the special characters. Except hash. except hash. Okay. So this is on your now define variable. Identifiers. Let's talk about identifiers. Define variable. Okay. Can you give the syntax for the variable? Can you give the syntax for the variable? Okay. Data type. Or hmm. Now anyway, we have come to the data type. Define data type. Already we have discussed earlier. And list the primitive types used in Java. Define data type. Types of data. So primitive, non-primitive. Okay. Hmm. So list different primitive types. Use a list. Primitive or primary or built-in. Byte, boolean, short, int, log, char, float, double. So Java supports how many primitive types? Primitive types. 8 primitive types, right? So what are non-primitive or derived types or referencer types? Hmm. Strings, arrays, classes, interfaces. Good. So now here, what is the difference between these two? And I think you understand that we need to follow the basic root and attributes of the language when you're learning any language. Am I right or wrong? And structure can't be altered. The structure of the language should not be altered. Yes or no? Initialization, declaration. Perfect. Am I right? Structure should not be altered. So it will be very clear with the structure, very prominent with the structure. Right. Good, good. Okay. Next one. So this is initialization and this is declaration. Now define constant and list different types of constants. Define constant value. So which is constant between these two statements? Okay. List different types of constants. We have numeric. Correct. We have numeric constants and we have non-numeric constants. Now, how do you, sorry, what is the difference between a string and a char? Is string a data type in Java or it's a class? Hmm. What is this representation called? The statement called. Okay. String is a sequence of characters. Character should be always enclosed in single quote, and a string should be always enclosed in double quotes. Right? Am I right or no? Hmm. Next one, keywords. What are keywords? Define keywords. Correct. Define keywords. Cannot be used as variable names. So we call them to be predefined words. Predefined words. Okay. Now, these different separators and punctuators. Like class, final, int, char, float. So all these are said to be the keywords, right? Hmm. Do, while, for. Separators and punctuators.